Well, with the NBA Finals officially behind us, the steaming turd that is Bleacher Report can officially change gears to one of their favorite tactics, hilariously slandering the late, great Kobe Bryant, as they just dropped their top 50 playoff performers of all time list, which can be seen linked in the description for this video.
It's a complete crap.
The article, written by some hack by the name of Andy Bailey, and it is uncertain whether he alone came up with this pathetic Kobe-hating list or if Bleacher Report's panel of basketball experts contributed to this pile of poo in some way.
Diddly poo.
But Kobe Bryant, who is fourth all-time in playoff points, appeared in 7 NBA Finals, was part of one of the 3 three-peats that have occurred in the nearly 50-year post-merger modern NBA history. Spoiler alert, by the way, the other 2 coming to us courtesy of Michael Jordan. And after that three-peat, Kobe went on to have arguably the greatest multi-year playoff run ever. But all of that good enough for just 10th all-time on Bleacher Report's list. And in case some of you might be wondering, thankfully they at the very least got the top spot right with Michael Jordan. Of course though, LeBron is then number 2, despite sporting that 4-6 finals record while perpetrating arguably the biggest pants crap session in NBA history during the 2011 finals. Shaq then puzzlingly checks in at number 3, he who was swept an NBA record 6 times in his playoff career. Then it's Magic and Bird rounding out the top 5, with Kareem, Tim Duncan, Bill Russell in that order, and perhaps the most hilarious element of this joke list, Steph Curry, rounding out the top 9 players placed above Kobe Bryant. And of course, as most card-carrying credentialed NBA writers, the author of this article gets pretty hot and bothered, if you know what I mean, about those all-important made-up acronyms, the advanced analytics. The author or panel responsible for this article and this list focuses heavily on win shares per 48 minutes, and player efficiency rating. Now, I know what you're thinking here. What about championships won, opponents faced, and supporting casts deployed throughout their runs? Now, those are merely used in hindsight as tiebreakers to sort out final positioning. Now, I really do hate to recap this, but there is no singular commentary an individual can make as it pertains to the professional basketball world that exposes you more as a know-nothing cretin than referring to Kobe in his first three-peat run as a Robin or a sidekick.
What an idiot!
And predictably, the village idiots responsible for this Bleacher Report article begin the write-up about Kobe with the sentence, quote, Kobe Bryant was the Robin to Shaquille O'Neal's Batman. Shaq, though, was in his 8th NBA season by the time he finally got around to winning his first NBA title. And that is despite playing with All-NBA first-team guard Penny Hardaway in Orlando prior to heading to LA. He then also had all-star guards Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel early in his career in LA before the ascension of Kobe Bryant. Not surprisingly though, Shaq was able to win exactly nothing at all until the emergence of Kobe Bryant. And from the first finals run the two made together, Shaq averaged exactly 1 more point per game during the 90 playoff games the two played, en route to those 4 finals appearances and 3 straight titles. That is while Kobe was leading the team in assists as the primary facilitator, leading not just the team, but the league in clutch scoring during those playoff runs. Oh, and being the best perimeter defender in the world at that time. Yeah, Robin.
What an idiot!
And as the tiebreaker, after the two separated, Shaquille O'Neal went on to win exactly 1 additional title, while Dwayne Wade was clearly the best player on that title team, and Kobe went on to have arguably the best playoff run ever. More on that in a moment. All of this, of course, excusing the hilariously ignorant and hypocritical spot of Magic Johnson at 4 on this list and Kareem at 6. Since, of course, Magic not only had Kareem for all 5 of his title runs, but also had top 50 all-time player James Worthy along for the ride for some of those as well. While Kareem did manage to win 1 title without Magic, though he just happened to have Oscar Robertson on that title team. Please also note that based on average opponent win total during the regular season, the Showtime Lakers mid-80s dynasty had 4 of the 5 easiest finals runs in NBA history. But regardless of whatever your misguided opinions might be of Kobe's level of importance in his first 3 titles, in 2008 through 10, he went to 3 more consecutive finals appearances, winning back-to-back with 0 other top 75 players on his roster. It is still, to date, in the 77-year finals history, the only time ever a player has won consecutive titles without another top 75 player on his roster. No, Hakeem didn't do it in 94-95, as the Rockets added Clyde Drexler at the 95 trade deadline. No, LeBron James has never remotely sniffed this accomplishment, while not even the great Michael Jordan pulled this feat off. That would be just Kobe Bryant. Now, I know what you're thinking here. The competition must have been pretty weak for Bryant to maneuver his way to 3 finals appearances with, at the time of his arrival in LA, a 1-time career All-Star in Pau Gasol with no All-NBA team selections through the first 7 years of his career at that point. Well, you might be thinking that, and of course, you'd be wrong. Beginning with the 2008 finals run and running through the 2010 championship, Bryant's 5th, 11 of the 12 playoff opponents the Lakers faced over that 3-year span won a minimum of 50 games during the regular season. Oh, and speaking of 50-win opponents in the playoffs, no one in NBA history faced more or beat more than Kobe Bryant. Meanwhile, there have only been 5 teams in the 77-year NBA Finals history who have played at least a 50-win opponent in all 4 rounds of a single playoff run. The 95 Houston Rockets, the 2001 LA Lakers, the 2008 LA Lakers, the 2010 LA Lakers, and this year's Dallas Mavericks team. Kobe produced 3 of those 5 runs, and 2 of them coming in that 3-year span with no other top 75 players. And in that 3-year finals run, Bryant led the postseason in scoring all 3 seasons and topped the 600-point mark in all 3 of them. It is the only time in NBA history that a player has scored 600-plus points in 3 straight postseasons. Yes, the only time. Not Bird, LeBron, Jordan, nor any other names you want to conjure have ever accomplished it. Only Kobe Bryant. And this guy is sitting at 10th on some arbitrary joke list being circulated around the vast and imperceptible wasteland that is the internet.
It's a complete crap.
Why? Because he doesn't rank very highly on arbitrary advanced analytics, such as win share per 48 minutes, which, by the way, Nikola Jokic is 3rd all-time in NBA playoff history, or player efficiency rating in the playoffs. Oh, by the way, Nikola Jokic is 1st all-time in that, yet he is only 14th on this pitiful list. Yes, seemingly the greatest multi-year playoff run in NBA history, with a separate three-peat to go along with it, just couldn't make the cut of cracking into the top 9. So let me put this as simply as I can. It is an outright lie. There aren't 9 other performers better than Kobe Bryant. In fact, if we're being honest, there isn't more than one.